Okay, we're back against Sophos. Does that mean life or something? Because philosophy is about life. Hans Hubert Sontag. Let's just quickly review the opening against this IM used. Slav, pretty solid. With a6, pretty trendy. Giving up the light square bishop. Quick e5 break, very interesting. Okay, is he going to try and attack d4? Yes, he's maybe get a knight over here to e6 to attack d4. But now what after that? Was it going to be f5, f4 or something? Try and undermine that bishop or get a kingside attack with the pawns, f5. Seems some sort of logic to it. He plays f5. Oh, he's getting rid of one pair of rooks, then he plays f5? No! Tactic! Oh wow, d4! Double attack! This is the double attack tactic! This is like an introduction to tactics. And it's also combined with the diagonal liabilities. Okay. So there's stuff falling apart on the diagonal after. He's put that rook there to make this double attack even worse. Oh wow. I didn't know why it would fall apart just like that. For his own doing really, playing b5 inviting a rook to be on a1 on this diagonal. Is this end of game already? It looks pretty brutal. I don't know what white does here. The knight's actually defending the queen, so he could take on f2. No, hang on. That's not too bad, is it? Is it? Equal on pawns. Is it bad? Okay, c3 has to move. Okay, doing something about c3. c6 is not that bad, is it? Okay, I think I was over optimistic there for black. Seems okay though. No. c5 is a bit vulnerable. If queen d3, bishop f2, there's knight f2. Okay, so yeah, c5 is getting torn apart though. He's going to take on c5 here. Okay, if queen b3, king f7 or something. Oh, he's defending both c6 and e6, much better. King f7 indeed. So, right. What does that threaten? I think he wants to get rid of these pins, doesn't he? King g7, yeah, got rid of that pin. Okay, where does the bishop move? What does it move? Does it have to move queen d4? No, not queen. There's queen f2 and queen g1. Queen d4 is possible here, isn't it? Queen d4. Yeah, queen d4. So queen e6, queen f2. Otherwise, this it takes the. This knight's stranded though. This knight's cut off. The king can just come and munch the knight, or just play without. He's like piece down. Alright, is he going to fix the white pawns with g4, knight g5 at some point? This knight's just unfortunately placed. Okay. It's king to e5 or something? No, okay, he's going for the pawns now. Why not? It's more concrete. Let the knight escape. It's going to get these pawns. More pawns. Okay, f4. He's got an f3 and king f4 later, maybe. f3, knight e4, we can move the bishop and then threaten king f4 and f2. Okay, okay. I think it's looking grim now. King F4 is possible, is it? To win this game? Oh, he doesn't mind that ending with the king there. If he just takes on c3, king f4, bishop moves, then what will he have? The knight can go where? Knight check. Okay, to e3 is going to win g4. He's forked bishop and pawn. This pawn's a goner too, because of king g3 coming up. It doesn't need king g3 just yet. He's using that king as a sort of barricade to the white king. Ah, okay. Oh, attacking the bishop. H3 now, because then takes the knight, protecting the pawn. I'll get ready with button 5. Take 5 minutes. Oh no, no! Why does this keep happening? I get someone else. This guy's not going to let me abort. Oh man, okay. He's not going to let me abort, is he? Oh, I'm going to play with 30 seconds time odds. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, we'll come back to the next game after that. I'm going to have to preserve my 2338 rating at the moment. Oh, okay, there's that game going on over there. I think I have to unobserve that. Ah, it's a real shame. Two people did let me abort. It's really unfortunate. This guy hasn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to crush him. If that's possible from this position. I don't think I can actually. I just wanted to watch the Naka game, and this is a worse position. I think the 5-minute auto pairing is very difficult to try and get to play Naka. It's harder than the 15-minute. Try and grab that bishop, or bishop c6. Maybe I'll just follow Naka actually, try to, or occasionally try to get a game. Okay, I'll take this guy. Got to get out of this pin now. Stop knight d5. Knight move could be grim. This is a horrible pin. What about rook e6? Okay, he's giving me a chance to get out of the pin. E5. Okay, if I play f5, is that too dangerous? Bishop d4. I exchange off rooks. Hopefully his weaknesses will tell. He's got some dark square weaknesses. Get a pair of rooks off. Try and come down the weaknesses. Yeah, rook f1. Annoying. b5. Try and weaken this pawn chain, create an underminable base. It's giving me a first rank to play with as well. I'm wondering about checking queen e7. What does he play after that? Given he's maybe missed most of the Naka game already. So let's try and beat this guy. I don't know. Shall I? Queen e5 taking on c4. There's rook h1 if queen g3. I can take here and take on c4. It's a good ending, isn't it? Takes on c4. I'll play king g7, stop rook f6. Plays rook a4. Oh, I'll for a draw here. Let's go back to the Naka game. So, CapilanoBridge. Oops, I've just told the opponent that rather than doing it. Follow CapilanoBridge. Okay, so let's catch up to this game. So what happened here? There was another Slav start. So I think Naka's playing Slav now. Be a bit more solid. And we got double pawns there. So 26-11. This is a very complicated game. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a quick gist. Two knights versus the rook. Looks pretty good. Two knights versus rook ending against Volkov. So who is Volkov? Sergei Volkov. That game was total chaos, what we just played through. I wonder if you'd like just to go through that game again, or maybe after, if there's a delay on this next one, just to quickly review how this occurred again. Does the king want to be allowed g4? I don't think so, because then h4 maybe undermining as well. So no, I don't think f4. I think he wants to keep these pawns at the moment. Okay, what does he want to do with the knights in particular, though? I'm just going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to go to the loo. I'll be back in a minute or two. Okay, so what's happened here? Volkov's losing on time. Shall I try the auto pairing? Nope. Oh. Oh. Okay. He doesn't mind this guy. I think he wants to play Naka as well. Okay. So we are following. Definitely got to follow. Let's quickly go over this game because it was pretty chaotic. Slav with Queen D5. That's like what I play in exchange French. I take with the Queen sometimes. So he's kept the pawn structure a bit different. Wow, that's something instructive there for Blitz. Keep the pawn structure interesting. I knew that. The pawns are the soul of chess. Knight A6 though. This looks a bit weird. All this stuff. It looks as though that E6 pawn is very, very dangerous. So he gives up B5 because he's fracturing White's pawns delayed, and he's getting that centre pawn. Now if Knight takes D4, Rook D8 is a nasty pin. Now he's on F3 and protecting E7. Okay, and now he's got Queen G4 check as a threat. That bishop move, check. 1B3, ouch. So he's getting two pieces for a rook. That pawn is still a bit of a menace. Then he gives that we get this scenario, this ending scenario, which was quite fascinating, I thought. Hang on, there's a potential check there, wasn't there, with the knight, for knight F4 check after King E5. Whoops, pardon me. Ah, he's playing Tacticus, okay. So Tacticus is keen to play him, I think, as well. No, C takes D now. C takes D. Oh. Pardon me. Okay, so what's happening here? How does Naka use this pawn? Is he going to play D6, get a nasty pin and win on G6 or something later? Okay, so is knight A4 to C5 on the cards here? Still knight, I don't know, is that useful? Yeah, knight A4. Exchange off one pair of rooks, then knight C5. And there's bishop D4 potentially. He can't play knight C5. No, he does not play knight C5. Okay, knight B5 is a threat now to win the exchange. Knight B5. Parried. These bishops look a bit of a menace. How are they dealt with? Are they going to be kicked back? Don't tell me G4. G4 would give access to knight E4 if the bishop does go back. Maybe it's been born in mines, or something like knight G3, simpler. The front knight F5. Knight G3, yeah, no need to weaken the king. So knight E4 takes F6, could be tasty. Get rid of the bishop pair. If the bishop does move back, knight CE4. Okay. Tricky. B4. Actually, and B4 there might be knight CE4 as well. Queen D5, knight F6. Takes Queen D5, knight F6. This D pawn will be a runner because that pawn will be over there, so that will be a passed pawn. Is he going to play knight CE4 here? Oh, knight GE4. Wow. Knight GE4. He could have played knight F6 there if he wanted. Maybe he's reserving D6 to undermine the bishop. D6. Possibly D6 here. Okay. So knight E8 is threatened. Tacticus. You see that? Rook E2 for rook E8. Nope. He's using the pass pawn now. Just get that pass pawn going. We can get pawn to D6, knight C5, end of game. Nearly. D5 looks natural. F5, D6. Oh, maybe he's going to play for G5 and just reinforce that knight on E4. Okay. Rook E7 here if black wants to sort of pin, which might be useful. He's a bit short on time, this guy, Tacticus. Okay. Situation. White is a pawn up. He's managed to undouble that kind of fake extra pawn to be a real pawn up, and proceed with caution though on it. Doesn't want to lose it in a hurry if he pushes it too quickly. Aha, knight G5. He's touching that soft spot again. If the F pawn moves, there's knight E6 check, winning the rook. If he plays H6, it's another weakness. King G2, yep, okay. Back defending. What about this rook being used to infiltrate? Is that rook E5, rook D5? Or rook D7, nasty pin? So now F7, the soft spot's being targeted again, along with the pawn. So you could have an idea like D5 here, as well as knight G5. Or knight E5. I think D5 first, then you keep knight G5. What's wrong with D5 first? Rook D1. Pawn's protected at the moment. Knight G5 is always rook F6 anyway. This is much stronger, isn't it? He's got the rook out of that king F6 because knight G5 would probably drop material. So now this is nicer, isn't it? You can get this advantage of the D pawn. Making black lose time with that B4. Now this king E7 issue though on D7, how is that resolved? Take D7 anyway, king E7, knight G5, G5, king E6. No, I can't see it. What about rook C8 with the idea of D7? Rook C8, there's no rook D2 at the moment. King E6. King E6. Don't know. What does Naka do here? Has black managed to get a pawn back? For not much. Bishop's not quite handy. Well, he's going to generate his own pass pawn now with A4. Okay, he's going after that F7. So that was the idea of the support knight G5. He's after F7 again. Then he makes sure his pawn. So the knight's keeping that king out of E6. That was nice. Powerful play. So the D pawn's again a menace. So he can play check now on D7 if he wants. Doesn't he want? Or does he play F4 for mating that? Because rook F7 will be mate. Even better. Tacticus tactically outplayed again. There's knight E6. Isn't that mating that with knight E6 almost? King H6, G5. I don't know. Maybe rook F, just simply rook F7 now. D7. That looks quite convincing. But maybe Okay, knight e6. Okay, okay. What's the idea? Oh, he's forcing through the queen, yes, and the game. Okay, should I get ready to try and get a game? I'm not going to get a game against that. No! Oh. Does he want to beat me up, this guy? Okay, so Tacticus again, we have an instructive 5-minute game here. Sorry about all the game concatenations and my own game mixed in. Okay, Lane, how's he gonna... Is he gonna slay Lane? Sorry. Oh no, okay, sorry. Okay, G3. What's going on here with E5? Does Black just want to lose a pawn for nothing? What is this? Is this some sort of gambit? Some sort of Budapest gambit against G3, I guess? Yeah, I suppose F2 could be a problem. It's innovative. Okay, so knight F3, maybe bishop C5 or knight C6. So it's Budapest style gambit. So much for the knight c6 idea, because queen d4 is immediately hitting the knight on g4, and now he's got out of that knight c6 as a tempo, so he's just a clear pawn up. Okay. Is it easy to consolidate this extra pawn? Would I just h3, kick the knight to h6, or not bother? What about knight c3? Get this bishop to c3. Ah, the pawn's dropping now, is it? Knight d5 is some cost to win that pawn back. Knight d5 will hit queen c7. Okay. Can Black get away with knight e5? It looks a bit dodgy. Bishop d2. Does he want to play bishop d2? He might still have knight d5. Knight e5. Is that knight e5 out of the question because the bishop d2 check now? Knight f3 and bishop d2. Okay, something else. He's going for knight f5. Very nice move. Very quick thinking there to avoid Black getting any key checks. He just wants the castle queenside now, I believe. Use knight f5 or knight d5 later. If he castles queenside, then knight d5 or knight f5 later. Knight f5 here, why not? Is it a tactical liability on f5 though to d5? So maybe he prefers casting to avoid that, and a knight d5 to exploit that queen. That's not going to play something like f5 or something. Wow, doesn't castle. Just plays a3. What? Is he going to play knight d5? What's the idea of this? Is it c4 to blunt that bishop to play c5 now? He's targeting that bishop. There's a wealth of options. He's kicking back all the black pieces now. They're threatening mate rather crudely. The knight's functional for knight g6 here. To break through on g6. If this one, then knight f6. Both of them are functional for h7. Soft spot really. This one for g6, this one for knight f6. Just knight g6. Okay. Queen c4 would threaten knight b6 and win the exchange. Takes the knight h8 would win the exchange. He takes the knight h8 for queen f7. Actually, I'm going to mention that on whisper. I don't think they can hear the whisper. No, I'm not going to mention anything. I think it's pretty cute, knight h8. King's engines, you get knight h1s. So, okay. This looks too dangerous for the h-file and stuff. Oh, knight's crushed. It's end of game. It just looks completely grim now. He can't have his king slaughtered in that g-file, surely. He's just going to win knight first or push it back to g8. Alright, alright. There's bishop c3 coming though now. This bishop's not really helping. Bishop c3, I think the king's getting slaughtered here. Oh, okay, he's using that pin for h4. Oh, this looks so over. There's knight c7 and queen e6 of king e8. Can he just play knight c7? Oh, he's sacking his queen. What's that? Why was that needed? Wasn't knight c7 better? He just wants to play a queen down for 2 pieces. There's bishop h5 and knight h8. Why does he not play knight c7? So he can castle here and bishop h5. It's just an unstoppable position. He's kicking that knight back now. A desperate ploy for counterplay. Or is it quite good for rook a1 would be mating? That can be totally ignored though, can't it? Just bishop h5 for knight e5. Or knight e5 first, then bishop h5. If he gets the rook as well, that's really all over surely. Bishop can protect a2 from f7. Okay, now there's doesn't seem at all necessary, this continuation, but okay, but king b1, it's 3 pieces for the queen. Or just there, yeah. So there's king b2. Okay, queen a8, trying to get counterplay. What about just ed and allow the check for king d2? Is ed possible? Targeting f5 instead. He's always got king d2. All the knights centralising knight c7 now. Well, there's always takes on c6 and bishop b5 because it takes knight c. No, there's no knight c7. Let's not get carried away here. So is this b4 bishop actually loose now? Oh man. With 29 seconds. Okay, he's hitting that rook. It's not as clear as I thought it could have been. Unless I'm mistaken. This looks like 20 seconds is not going to make anything anyway. Here with 20 seconds. So f5, f6 coming up. Maybe it takes that with the king. Yep. Queen e5. Just go back to e3. Okay, now no, not f5. Now rook d7 at some point, or just he keeps the knight centered. Okay, rook d7. Bishop e6. Then there's a kill here, isn't there? A mate. Just rook d8 and knight d7 would be enough. So fork king queen, or getting this king involved. Okay, the checks are running out here, I think. Oh, knight g6. Let's try and get a game. No! I try and get a game. Oh, don't tell me I have to play another game. Oh, okay. He's accepted that. If I try again, will I get in someone else? Do I dare try again? Do I dare? Safer just to watch, I think, because I don't think everyone's going to accept the bot requests. This is who's doing this? I'm not doing the arrows. It's Nakamura. I'm not in examine mode. Yes, this is a fork. I have different arrows in Jin. It's mentioned by Naka. And different arrows in Jin. J-I-N. How is? No, I don't think I should comment on this. I know. No comment. Sorry. Alright, I think I'll upload here. There might be some stuff of interest, but let's quickly have a quick review of this game. So black seemed to try for some sort of Budapest gambit, and I thought here initially, actually knight a8, h8, there's d5 there. That doesn't work, does it? No, knight takes f7. Maybe it does. No, that tactic might work. ICC lover now. GM. Who is ICC lover? Doesn't say. Now I'm just going to step away just to munch a bit of melon here. So, sorry, one moment. What is going on here? Hang on. What? Let's go back. I need a replay. Action replay. What? D5? Hang on. Did white not recapture? He didn't recapture, he played E5, and then we have, okay, then we have queen for knight and bishop and exchange scenario. So 2 bishops and the 2 rooks against the queen. Okay, it looks as though I don't know. Is a4 or bishop c6 preferred to play b5 maybe, and then a4, try and trap this bishop, get on this diagonal. I think bishop c6 maybe is the intention, not a4. Bishop c6 first. Bishop c6. By the way, I don't know how the chase on TV has been cancelled, one of the best quiz programs, or delayed, or they're on holiday or something. Instead, there's a poxy alternative, tilting or something over the edge. Poxy, I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I've got no chase at 5, so this is better than what they put anyway. So what's going on here? Is Black's king really under question here? This looks too solid for Black. That bishop's always going to fend off a mate. If the queen comes there, there's king f8, so what? So Black's going to centralise, target maybe c2 with rook d2 later. Okay, he's got his problem set out for him, and he's dwindling on the clock here. I just don't see how to crack Black's setup here. Black's going to nicely centralise and play potentially. Okay, that's key. Exchange off a pair of rooks. This pawn could be a menace because of h4. The queen getting decoyed would allow rook d1 at some point. It's going for a rook d1 or bishop f3. Okay, he's lost a5. How dangerous is this? What's going on here? What? Oh, e6. I think Naka's in trouble. Hang on a sec. Can he allow this? This doesn't look nice. The rook and bishop are not going to coordinate here, surely. Naka resigned. Oh, it was a beautiful concept, that queen sack. Naka's just resigned. Oh man, he's going to be annoyed. Let's have a look at his. He was beating everyone up there. 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, and he's just lost a stack of points. 25 points. Oh man, 25 points. As they say in Family Guy, that pain. Okay, e3. So do Quesen knee. You know, I think I should probably upload this at some point because it's, I don't know, maybe after this game. I'm actually going to check my iPhone if any of you like that previous Naka video. So there's probably points we're going to have to say what part of the video is interesting when I do finally upload this. Bishop. Can we just rewind this? Sorry, I'm just going to rewind this again. E3, D5, then E4. Blimey. Delayed, whatever. Some sort of weird gambit. Okay. He's basically saying he's just going to outplay him in the middle game. Doesn't need opening theory. He's going to castle queenside. It's going to be fun. Maybe. Sorry, I'm just checking up my email. What's going on here? So this looks really loose for Naka, isn't he? Isn't this weakening with light squares? He's pushing his positions to the limits, where he's going to have to be extremely resourceful, surely, here. But knight d4, isn't there just knight, almost knight takes, no, I don't know. Why is it knight d4 strong here for black? Someone has mentioned Lombardy's a living legend. Sorry, I'll go back to this game. If castles, isn't there knight takes c2 here? No, bishop takes b6. No, I don't think so. Actually, queen g5 takes knight f3. No, I'm getting carried away. Sorry. But black is at the moment. No, he's not a pawn up or anything. So is Naka coming back into this? He's got rook f4 on the cards. Oh, he has gone for some sort of weird... No, it's not a weird tactic at all. Oh, black is quite tactical. There's queen g5. If he wants queen g5 here for that pin. So the smoke gets cleared. Sorry, can I just rewind that? I wasn't paying attention there. Sorry, pardon me. Okay, the smoke's cleared, and what is the situation here? Time advantage, about 2 minutes nearly. F file could be useful for pressure on F7. The center doesn't seem that difficult to defend with rook d1. Okay, let me see. It's d5. You can, if c6, you can take d6 maybe. Rook e6, is that too much liability? These are recurring questions about centre pawns. When to push them? When are they too weak? Etc. d5 too weak there. Keeping that it always has to be considered now. d5 now, right? Okay, maybe he's intending rook d5. He's going to swap it for the c pawn. Exchanges off one pair of. No, f7 would fall. How about d takes c6 here? Doesn't that win a pawn? Queen c6, you just take and take on d8. Does d take? No, he's not playing that. What? What's the idea of that? How interesting. Okay. If rook f6, there's no rook d5, queen f2 check. Rook f6. If queen moves to e3. He's using up a lot of time. This guy isn't probably the quickest. He's using up far too much time, isn't he? What about c5? c5 move? Okay. Back for the c takes d5. 20 seconds. What can black do with 20 seconds? Seriously. Oh, it's just too little time. So rook c8, queen f5. It's too little time. Isn't it just mating or something? No, close to mate. No, it's not. There's rook g6. Okay. It's not terminal just yet, is it? What about just rook f1? Oh, it's just dropped a rook. 2 seconds. Okay. Alright, I'm not really convinced by that game. I think it's nicer to watch Neko with a better opening position. Although it's very interesting, the resources here. It looks a bit weakening, all these pawn moves though. I don't know. And wasn't knight takes c2 on potentially? Bishop takes b6, knight a1. I don't know. Okay, so this was a neat tactic anyway. This d-pawn stuff happened. I think I'm going to upload at this point. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube, and try and put the time indicators, because it's a long video, so you know, just if you put like 12:20, it'll put a link for that part of the video. So I think we need that for this kind of length video to know what we're talking about. Thanks very much.